Step or whip, about to run up the milk, turn me up a little, nigga.
Okay, so riddle me this. How come some dudes act like it's a federal crime to give a girl a compliment? Like, I got my hair done yesterday, so I called one of my male friends, and he literally brought up everything except my hair. And it's like, you see it, you see it. You see it. Why you act like you don't? And he knew he was tripping. He was like, yeah, I know you want me to say something about your hair, da-da-da. Yes, bozo, that's why I called you. Say something about my hair. It looks amazing.
Oh my God! Wow!
First of all, your hair does look nice. I will say that. But, ma'am, your male friend does not owe you a mother compliment, man. The hell? What you calling your male friend for a compliment? And this is why I be telling y'all, bro, don't do it. But let me get into the message. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why a lot of dudes don't compliment women. Y'all ready? Because of alpha male strategies. I'm not gonna lie. My partner sent me a video of him one time back in the day, and he was talking about don't compliment women because that's giving them validation and they won't respect you for it, bro. I promise you that's what it is, dog. Dudes was not doing that before AMS, dog. The average guy was not doing that. Let's keep it real. Let's call a spade a spade. Shout out to the OG, but bruh, nobody was doing that before him. And if you was, it is what it is, man. But I can tell you this, I never went overboard with the compliments or nothing like that. I gave them when they was respectfully due. A lot of you dudes will not compliment a woman, and let's call a spade, bro. You're doing it because you was taught not to, bro.
Wow, man. Damn.
I know you look like you a good girl. Where you from?
You just asked me that 3 times.
Where you from? Minnesota? What part of Minnesota? 26th Street?
Twin Cities.
26?
Twin Cities.
Huh?
Twin Cities.
Twin Cities?
Yeah.
What that's like at exactly?
St. Paul, Minneapolis.
I don't know that's at. But I want to be a truck driver, so I'm going to convince you. You stay out there or you stay out here?
I stay out there.
Huh?
I
You
stay
stay out
out
there. So if I come see you, you're going to let me come see you?
You got some money?
Man, if I just told you I want to be a truck driver, that's like one of the highest paying industry. I want to own my own truck and come here, baby girl. I got my DBA and all that. She's been in these streets.
Stop it.
I need somebody to put me on the right path.
I got you.
You got me, baby? If you got me, kiss me right now.
Hell no.
Come on.
See, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I kind of like went to school, grew up, worked with a bunch of hood dudes that was ex-convicts and things of that nature. At first, I thought the dude might have been a little slow, but what I can see is that he from the streets and he talk a certain way. But he said that he's trying to get his trucking company started, which is cool. I commend him for that. The presentation, bro, you definitely gotta work on your articulation. You have to work on all kind of things, dog. But trust me, man, if I was a gambling man, he probably could get her, definitely. She sound like she likes street dudes. It is what it is.
So I did a list of icks for the sassy men of this generation. Number 1, why is your ass better than mine, Kim? Number 2, if he does TikTok dances, like just keep him in your drafts.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Corbin Blue. If he uses way too many emojis, like it's giving 5-year-old with the iPad. If he puts too many quotes on his IG story, like go journal it. If he's a cornball, like everything he says is corny, corn man. If he brags about money, like having big money, like if you're not gonna give me none, shut the up. If he's too active on social media, like work for Shade Room. If he knows how to sing, like so random. If he doesn't know how to dress, like it doesn't have to be designer, but why is there an eggplant emoji on your hoodie? If he posts celebrities like they know him, like boy, you know damn well Keisha Cole don't know you.
Fellas, don't crucify me, but some of that stuff was valid. It is what it is. It was valid, bro. A lot of it was valid. I ain't gonna say all of them was, but many of them were valid. And you guys to stop, please. And don't stop because she don't like it. Stop because it's just not manly at the end of the day. It is what it is.
So my husband and I are having one of those days where we just aren't getting along. All morning long, we were bickering about everything, back and forth. Neither one of us could say anything right. And our middle kiddo is spending the night with his grandma. And so we were in the car taking him to grandma's to have a sleepover. We also had the baby, 9 months old. And while we were there dropping off our middle
kiddo, Grandma offered to watch the baby for a couple hours. He still nurses, so he can't be gone from us for long, but she offered, and I latched on and was like, yeah, maybe we could go to lunch and have a date. And my husband did not want to, but even his grandma was like, you guys go, you never get time alone, go do your thing. So we're in the car, we've already been bickering all morning, and he even went as far as being pretty transparent that he didn't even want to go on the date with me. And so everything in me wanted to give him the silent treatment, not speak to him in the car, give him what he deserved. But I sat silently for a couple minutes and really tried to pray for God to grab a hold of my heart and transform it to the way he would view the situation. And I had a light bulb moment that, man, oh man, if God loved us in the way we deserved, we would have next to nothing. So it took everything in me, but I reached over and grabbed my husband's hand and held it. And I just, in that moment, could feel his release, his shoulders sag. And just from that one act that I didn't want to do, my flesh wanted nothing to do with holding hands in that moment, but doing what I knew God would do and forgiving and leading with love in that moment, regardless of who deserved what. We went on to have a really wonderful date. We're now about to go pick up our little baby, and it's just the three of us for the rest of the night. And I know we'll have a wonderful night, where if I had let hate and what he deserved lead that moment, we would have had a really awkward lunch and went home to have a really evening. So sometimes it really pays off to just do what Jesus would do.
Look, listen here, man. I felt the need to share that video because it's an important message behind it, right? In a relationship, both people are not going to like each other 100% of the time. When you all going through rough times, y'all still got to come together and get this thing done. Y'all got a family. Y'all have a duty to each other. Y'all supposed to help each other. So she took the high road and became the bigger person. A lot of women will not do this. A lot of women subscribe to the happy wife, happy life. They don't subscribe to the happy spouse, happy house. Everything is about them. She showed a lot of humbleness by doing that. That subtle gesture, just grabbing his hand, man. She said she instantly felt the release. That's how simple it be sometimes, man. Non-verbal communication sometimes speaks volumes.
As a community, we've decided that come hell or high water, we are going to keep these black women on the hook, waiting and praying and competing for that good black man who will come into their lives and build a family, despite all evidence that this will happen for very few of you. Don't get me wrong, there are some very good black men out there. Hell, there are some even great men out there who are black, and there are some dusty black women, but numbers don't lie. Here's the math. You already outnumber black men, and for a bunch of reasons, more than half of them will never marry anyone. Of those that remain, almost a quarter of them will marry women who are not black. Of the men left, 73% cannot financially support a household alone, and you will have to work. And due to the high rates of infidelity, domestic violence, and financial instability, 42% of these marriages will ultimately fail. Less than a quarter of you who get married will be in marriages where your husband earns more money than you. Less than 8% of those of you who get married to black men will have the luxury of not having to work at all. In fact, most high-earning black men remain bachelors or marry out of their race. So for all of you ladies with hypergamous, rich black girl fantasies, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's not likely going to happen, particularly for the more richly melanated sisters and the sisters with the West African body types and the sisters with previous children. Your odds are much worse. But hey, if you believe that you're going to be in that small minority, the 13% of black women overall who are in hypergamous black marriages, and the even smaller percent who have the luxury of being able to stay.
Bye, have a great time.